And Justine, you were here last night, weren't you?
I was here
Midnight.
bright and early again this morning.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed still. And
absolutely.
It's great to have you here, and I know you're going to tell us a lot more about the product in just a few moments' time, because you've used this for so many years, six years
I'm a real fan of it, yeah.
What is it we've got here, first of all?
Absolutely. Well, this is an Epilator. It's called the Enjoy New Classic, and it removes hair from the root, which is the reason why once you've used the Enjoy New Classic, you stay smooth and silky for days to weeks at a time, which is great news because, you know, all women, we all have unwanted hair on our body or our face, and it's a nightmare. We want to get rid of it, and it's a nightmare that can actually get worse as well, because there's lots of factors can actually affect hair growth patterns. Simply hormonal changes, pregnancy, menopause, just the aging effect. Sometimes the hair can get darker and coarser. So what are we going to do about it? We want to remove it, you know, and with the Enjoy New Classic, you can do that and be smooth and silky for days to weeks at a time,
Fantastic.
which is wonderful.
Well, it already sounds great to me. A lot of people will actually go to a salon for this kind of treatment, won't they, Jen?
Absolutely.
And that must be quite costly.
Well, a lot of people have waxing, yes, and that can be the same, if not more, than the actual price of the Epilator we've got here for today's special value. So the Enjoy New Classic it's a really ideal way of being in control, keeping yourself smooth and silky for days to weeks at a time. In fact, as I said, it removes hair from the root. It's a gentle and it's a patented product from Enjoy. They've been in the business of hair removing products for 16 years.
Wow.
So Epilators really came about in 1988. So they've sort of been in the business from the beginning. So they've constantly improved the product. And it is gentle, it is patented, and it removes the hair from the root. That's why you get that length of time. You don't want to be shaving your legs every single morning. You know, like you said, it's a pain. Imagine not having to do your legs for 3 weeks.
And again, it's not just your legs. You can actually do so many different parts of your body. You can do under your arms, of course. You can do those unsightly areas, sort of the upper lip. That's the one that's really bothering me right now, is my upper lip.
Absolutely. Well, you're going to love these photos we've got. When you're using it, you're just short strokes, feathery strokes upwards. And what's so wonderful is there's no blades, so no cuts either, which is great. But take a look at the photos that we've got here, because these are actual results. Let's look at that. You've got a, you know, nice, smooth and silky straight afterwards.
Now, I'm going to mention the fact that I can see it's slightly pink.
Yes. Now, the reason for that is because you have removed the hair from the root. If you're going to remove the hair from the root, there's going to be a little bit of irritation, but that actually does die down, you know, very, very quickly. So it's usually died down by the next morning, certainly within a day.
And I want to ask you about how the hair is when it does grow back.
Sure.
What's the condition of the hair? Will we just suddenly see some stubble, or what's it going to look like?
No stubble, because when the hair grows back, the tip of the hair is finer. It's tapered because it's not being cut bluntly as it would be with a razor. So you get, even the hair that comes back is more downy and it's softer.
Right.
And also you find, as you use this with time, you have to use it less and less because the hair growth is weaker, and some hairs decide not to come back.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I was saying that I've used it for 6 years, and I found that, you know, we're talking about the sensation as well, that you do feel that at the beginning, but stick with it.
Yes,
after you've used it for, say, 2 or 3 times, 4 times, you'll find you get used to it, and also because you're removing less hairs and the hairs are less coarse because they're growing back finer, of course the sensation is reduced. So you just get that little prickly pear sensation at the beginning, but think about, you know, what you're getting for it. Exactly, that's right. And as I said, I mean, I can only speak personally for myself, but after 6 years, I really hardly feel it at all. And this Epilator in particular is one of the most comfortable I've ever felt. It has that patented technology.
I have to say 1,000 orders have been placed during this hour alone. Now, I just want to talk also about cleaning it and about looking after it, maintenance.
Sure, very,
how's it operated?
Very, very easy. I mean, you get a little brush. You also get a little pouch because you're going to be carrying this around with you. You've got a top to keep the top of it clean as well. But obviously, if you want to brush any loose hairs off, just with the brush. And if you actually want to give it a wipe over, you just put a little bit of alcohol on a cloth and just wipe over the top of the unit, and that's it. And if you really want to clean round it, you can actually, just lift the top off with the little button, and really just make sure you get all the
But it shouldn't really
hairs
get all
out.
that dirty, should it? Because it's not as though you're using shaving foam
Absolutely,
and things like that.
it's so convenient. It really is. It's quick, it's easy, it's in your own home. You're not having to pay over and over again each time you use it. It's portable as well. It comes with 3 AA batteries. We've actually included those as well. And the lovely thing is, if you're travelling on holiday and you've got different power, connections in different countries, you don't need to worry about that because you've got the batteries with you.
Extremely portable.
Exactly, and they've really thought about safety in here as well. I mean, MJoy actually, they're actually in the top 2 companies for hair removing products in France, and they're a premier company in the US as well.
And it must be hard to break into that American market.
Well, they've been in
at such
it
a level.
right from the beginning, really, because from 1988 they've been working on hair removal products, so they really know what they're doing. They think about safety a lot as well. If you're carrying it in your bag, you have to press the button at the top to switch it on. So it means that it won't just switch on by mistake in your bag.
And use all your batteries up.
Absolutely, you've got 2 speeds, one for fine
trim the
hairs.
inside of your bag.
Yeah, one for coarse hairs.
Okay.
And also, of course, remember, no blades.
Oh, goodness.
And
Can I
automatic
do
shut
that?
off. Yeah, if you press too hard, it will stop. So when you're using it, you're just gliding with it. Yeah,
Goodness, that is really comfortable.
I'm going to show it down here again on my leg. I mean, no blades is wonderful.
That is incredibly
Really
comfortable.
wonderful.
Well, I'm afraid we have to leave it there, but I'm amazed. It actually just tickles. We've had over 7,000 orders placed for these since midnight.
And it makes it portable as well. And it's wonderful if you're going abroad. If you're going over to the States or even the different countries in Europe, different power supplies. If it plugs in with this, it's so great because you can use it anywhere. And also, you can move to the best place for your light.
Yeah.
If you want to be in the light so you can see what you're doing, you're not having to have it plugged into the wall. So it's really handy. And another thing, you're talking about safety features there. There is actually a safety catch when it arrives.
It's alive.
That's me, actually. Yes, it is alive. When this arrives, you will actually have this on showing you where the safety switch is. Now, the safety switch needs to be pressed down. So it means that this will not switch on in your bag.
Yeah.
And let's face it, it's going to be in your bag.
Yes.
It's your
You'll be
secret
taking it
weapon
with
that you're
you.
going to be taking
Yeah.
with you, so that suddenly you've got that night out, you just want to sort of touch up your under your arms, or you want to touch up your legs. We call it a prickly pear sensation, but the reason that's happening is because you are removing the hair from the roots.
Yeah, so you don't get something for nothing.
You don't get something for nothing. But
How often do you, I mean, it's a very personal thing because obviously different people's hair grows differently, but you've been doing it for 6 years. Have you found you've done it less now?
Yes, it's become, some of the hairs don't grow back at all. That's
Really?
only personal for me, but some of them don't grow back at all. Perhaps they didn't have very strong roots to start with. And then the hairs that do grow back are finer because the tip of the root is tapered.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been shaved. When you shave a hair, it's blunt.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you've got the beauty of that as well. I mean, one of the things I do, just a personal tip, is I do exfoliate my skin quite a lot as well.
That's a good idea.
Which is always
Stopping
nice
growing hairs.
Exactly, keep your skin nice and smooth. I mean, that's just a little tip that I would use as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you've got the confidence that MJoy are one of the premier companies for hair removing products in the United States. This has been so popular on QVC
one of
in America.
2 in France.
One of the top 2 in France as well. And they've been in the business of removing hair since 1988. That's 16 years of technology and expertise. And that's why, I mean, they've got the patented white discs. So that hair is actually lined up before it's removed as well. So there's a lot of thought and research gone into the comfort of this. And also, as I was saying, the safety as well. You've got that safety switch. If you glide it along the skin, you just glide it. I do this down onto my ankle again. If I did press too hard, I'll show you on my hand. Actually, if I look at that.
Yeah, so it'll stop and it
Do you
doesn't cut
see?
you. There's no
Exactly, because I
damage.
was starting to press too hard.
Let's have a
That's
quick
right.
look at the before and afters then. This
Absolutely.
is
This
bikini
is
line.
Bikini line again. Before, immediately afterwards, wonderful, hair-free, smooth and silky. No more razor burn on that one. Here we have on the chin area, hair on the chin, fastest growing hair on the body. 3 weeks later.
Wow.
Look at that, nice, smooth and silky.
I mean, or you can see very, very faint starting to go through, but look, it's nothing like that, is it?
Absolutely not. And of course,
After 3 weeks.
After a week and a half, if she'd wanted to, she could have just used it again.
Yeah.
Just pull the skin tight, a few quick swipes,
Yeah.
gone, done, forget about it, get on with your life. It's really great. And again, hair on the upper lip, difficult to bleach sometimes. I mean, bleaching can be messy as well. And also you end up with a blonde moustache.
Yeah.
If you actually remove it, I mean, that's great, isn't it? 3 weeks later. These are actual results.
Brilliant.
These are real actual results using the M-Joy New Classic.
And then last of all,
I like the legs ones. Fantastic. I mean, the gorgeous weather we've got at the moment. Everybody's getting their legs out.
Yeah, all the skin's on show.
Exactly, everything's on show. This couldn't be a better time to own one of these, really, could it?
Give it a try. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee with this, as with everything on QVC. 231979, your item number, £17.47. Justine, you're back at 10 o'clock in the morning.
I am.
So better run home and have a bit of sleep.
Quite.
I'm with you though, because at 9 o'clock I'm back on as well. So
we're together again. As women, you know, we've all got unwanted hair on our face and body, and it's a nightmare to get rid of. And it's a nightmare that does get worse as well. I think we were saying this before, that hair pattern growth can actually change with various factors like hormonal changes, menopause, pregnancy, aging, hereditary factors. So one minute you're fine, then you're not, and you can't really explain it.
Yeah.
But having an M-Joy New Classic means you've got a secret weapon against keeping yourself nice, smooth and silky and hair-free. And this really is great, because these are actual photographs. These are tests, and we're obviously able to show them here legally on QVC.
Yeah.
They've been passed by your legal department, because
they're
real people, real pictures. Hair growth on the chin area, I mean, unsightly, unpleasant, blasts your confidence, so difficult to cover with makeup. I mean, impossible.
If you bleach it, you can still see it.
Absolutely.
You don't want to shave it, because then it comes back stubbly. You know, you might be embarrassed going to a salon to have it waxed or something. It's just...
But don't worry, because once you own one of these, you can have it smoother. This is 3 weeks later. I mean, we have to stress that it's 3 weeks later.
Yeah, I mean, all you can see is very fine, almost downy hair coming back. Because that's the other thing, that the hair growth is almost retarded, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, if I can explain that it's an epilator, and it removes the hair from the root, and that's the reason that you stay smooth and silky for days to weeks, because you've removed the hair from the actual root.
The follicle, yeah.
Exactly.
Look at this moustache area. Obviously, this is not for use on men, because they do have very different facial hair to women, but some men have said that they've used it.
Would you believe? Yes, actually, swimmers, male swimmers, a lot of them have bought it so that they can glide through the water.
Oh.
To, you know, pick up their speed.
Cyclists on their legs, maybe?
Exactly. We just don't recommend that men use it on their face, because it's stronger hair. But, you know, on other parts of their body, they have used it. But this is obviously...
3 weeks later, look. Fantastic. Okay, then we've got the before and after of the leg hair.
Yeah.
Now, this is a good point. You've been epilating for 6 years, haven't you?
I've been epilating for 6 years, yes. I've been using the M-Joy Classic for about 2 or 3 months now, and it's definitely the most comfortable epilator that I've ever used.
We have to stress, don't we, Justine, that it's not going to be pain-free. There will be some discomfort that you'll feel. It's almost like a little pinprick.
Yeah, like prickly pear sensation. That's what we like to say. But, you know, it's very transient. You know,
well, it's only while you're pulling the hair out that you feel the pain.
Exactly. You're just removing the hair from the root. If you've ever had a wax or tweezed your eyebrows, it's just that feeling. And the good news is that, and I can testify to this, that the pain, not the pain really, the sensation, if you like, does reduce over time. So after you've done it,
you get used to it, I think.
Yes, and also the hair that's growing back is much finer. When you use our epilation, you find that the tip of the hair comes back finer, so you're actually removing a less coarse hair.
Yeah.
And some of the hair, believe it or not, in my experience, actually doesn't grow back.
Yeah,
some of it doesn't.
Amazing.
But you know, you've got this here, it's a one-off payment, and then of course you're able to use it over and over again, which is just wonderful. And you can keep in control. You're not having to wait till you go to the salon to have it waxed. You're not got messy bleaching going.
Really, and it rotates, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Those are the removal discs, the silver discs, and the white discs that you can see there. Those are actually patented. Now that's very important on this product. It's a patented feature on this epilator, and what the white disc does is it aligns the hair so that it's removed optimally, so that you're pulling the hair in exactly the right direction. You're removing it in the correct direction.
And you sort of scoop it, actually, it's this way round, isn't it?
That's it, that way round.
So you hold it with the switch away from you.
There's a lovely wide head there, which means you can use it on all parts of the body. Now there's the white removal disc. Actually, the white disc aligns the hair so for optimal removal, and then the removal disc removes it, making it more comfortable and more efficient. You actually saw there as well that it's removed from the root. That's very important. That's the reason you're smooth and silky and hair-free for days to weeks at a time. Once you own one of these, it's in your bag all the time. I have to say that if I went to a desert island, I'd have to have this with me. I really would. You can see all the areas you can use it there, all over the body. Hair, on your upper lip, on the chin, on the cheek. You can use it on your arms, bikini line, toes. In fact, we'd advise when you first start using this, just to get used to it, use it just underneath your knee. because that's one of the least sensitive areas of the body that you would use it on, just to get used to the sensation.
Yeah.
And as I said, the more you use it, the sensation lowers. You get used to it, and also you're actually removing less hair, and the hair is less coarse, because of course with this epilation, the tip of the hair grows back far.
Patiently to have a chat. Hi, good afternoon there, Dawn.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. You've got your today's special value?
I have. I ordered it this morning after watching your programme, yes.
Right. Have you ever epilated before?
No, I haven't. It's an ideal way for going for it.
And lovely because it's portable as well, so you've not got any leads plugged into the wall, so you can go wherever you want to within the house or travelling.
It's a good point, actually. One of the tips of how to use it, Dawn, when you get it home, is try it out, as Justine said, just underneath the knee, so you get used to the feeling, because it's not a particularly pleasant feeling, but it only lasts while the hair's being pulled out.
Well, thank you very much. I'll let you know how I get on.
Enjoy,
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We've had some questions, actually, from people. If you've got moles and varicose veins, what would you do there? Just be
Okay, well, if you've got sensitive skin or any sort of medical condition, we wouldn't recommend using it on moles, because all moles are so different.
Yeah.
You've got to take care, so
or just
trim.
check with your doctor.
Trim in that area,
or
check
go
with your
around
doctor.
it, or,
Absolutely, but if you have any medical condition at all, particularly if you have sensitive skin, check first.
Talking of sensitivity, I mean, I noticed the first time I used this, I used it and then I had little red, I suppose a little blotch almost come up, but it went after an hour.
It's simply because you've removed the hair from the root, and of course as those hairs get finer, any sort of marks that, I mean, you can actually see here, you know, that's immediately afterwards. Now that would die down in say 15 minutes to 30 minutes. I mean, I know if I do my leg, within about an hour, you can't see anything on my legs now. And as I said, I've been epilating for 6 years. I do find this one particularly comfortable.
Yeah.
As I said, it does have that patented technology on it.
Because you said they've changed so much over the years.
Oh yes.
They?
Well, in 1988, I actually tried an epilator, and oh no, I didn't like it, and it put me off for about 4 years, and then I got back into it. So if you have tried epilating a long time ago, try this one, and even if it's not so long ago, because this one I do find the most comfortable one I've ever used.
Yeah.
And it's it's a very safe, very portable as well. You know, even when it's in your bag, there's actually a safety switch on the top, so you have to actually press it, so there's no chance of it switching on in your bag by mistake.
Yeah.
So that's a safety issue, and then you've got the no blades as another safety issue, and also, as we were saying, if you press down too hard, it just stops. So you can be really confident while you're using it.
How do you clean it as well? Because it does come with a little brush, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a little brush, little carrying pouch, and you've got your cover there as well. Just brush any loose hairs off with this. If you want to remove that and brush through there if you need to.
Squeeze the button at the side.
Squeeze the button at the side, it's very easy to do. And if you want to actually wipe it over, just a cloth soaked in a little bit of alcohol, just wipe over the top, keep it nice and clean. And that's it, so easy.
1,000 of these have sold out in this hour alone, and we're approaching limited stock. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. We've come to the end of our time together, I'm afraid, for the moment. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be back on QVC soon. It is limited stock. We're down to the last 10%. It's about to sell out very, very soon, so be fast to those phones. 231979. £17.47 is your price. Thank you very much, Justine.
Thank
It's good to see
you
again.
too.
See you
Great
again
fun.
soon.
Thanks very much.
£17.47. Well, what is it all about? Let me take you through it. And of course, I've got a fabulous guest, Justine Gale. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Now, I cannot believe the last time we saw each other was about 6 years ago. How scary is that? We haven't changed at all.
Absolutely, we still recognise each other.
We did. Now, an amazing today's special value. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with epilating.
Absolutely. Well, I've been epilating for 6 years, a real fan of epilating, and the Enjoy New Classic, which is what we've got as today's special value, is the most comfortable epilator that I've ever used. So I'm an ideal person for speaking about it here in the United Kingdom. It's made by Enjoy. They are an American company based in New York, a premier company in hair removal products in the US, and also they're in the top 2 in France and in other countries around the world when it comes to hair removal. So they've got lots of expertise right since 1988, so 16 years worth of experience in this product.
It's not just been thought about overnight.
Absolutely not.
So what are we getting here?
What we're getting here is a patented, gentle hair removing product which will leave your skin smooth, silky and hair-free for days to weeks. I mean, we've all got unwanted hair as women on our face and bodies. Absolutely, but we don't need to be. And the thing is as well, it's a nightmare, and it's a nightmare that can get worse because there are factors that worsen hair growth patterns. Age, hormone changes, menopause, pregnancy can all make it worse. So once you own one of these,
you can get rid of it.
You're free from it all.
And
exactly.
the great thing as well, the hair, literally 0.5 centimetres is how long it has to be. You don't have to wait for it to grow longer. If you at home have unwanted hair, let me tell you the areas. You've got the face, you've got the bikini line. There's areas we all have it, upper lip I have it, where we feel uncomfortable with this unwanted hair. It's as simple as this, as Justine is using it. Just to warn you, there's less than 100 of these left. It's very busy, 1747. It is limited stock. So, of course, you know, don't miss out on this. I know that I don't think this is going to last. So just kind of take us through these pictures.
Yes,
and then we'll show you how to use it.
It is for use all over the body. Look at this, unsightly hair on the chin.
Yeah.
Can't cover that with makeup, very difficult. Chin hair, the fastest growing hair on the body.
It is.
It's been proven.
But we all get it. We all get, whether it's just one or...
Yeah. Well, we don't need to worry about it. With this look, 3 weeks later, look at the results.
And just think, lots of people tend to have electrolysis, but think how expensive £1 a minute you can pay for that, but also it can be very, very uncomfortable. And of course, you've got to rely on the expertise there of the beauty therapist. Here, it's just you. Once you've got the knack of it, very simple to use, very safe. It's got a safety mechanism, and talking about that, it's gone. We haven't even had a chance to show you, of course, the rest of the pictures there. 1747, today's special value, 231979, the M-Joy Classic, the Face and Body Epilator. We'll try and get this pack for you. Oh, I didn't even get a chance to spend more than 5 minutes with you. That's incredible, but well done.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing us a great today's special value.
And thanks for having me here. That's been great. Thank you very much.
You're really